Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the mid-month April reading for Scorpio. Hello Scorpio, how are you? Welcome. So this is good for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. These are going to be a general reading, general messages. So if it doesn't resonate, take what resonates, leave the rest. You could be cross-watching for someone else. If you are, feel free to swap around the characters. Let's see, what else? If you would like to book a personal reading with me, please do send me a message. I would love to read for you. We can do it over a video format or by phone or in person if you happen to be in the Sedona area, which is where I live. We could set something up for, after the self-isolation is over. What else? I have a really great reading planned for you, Scorpio. I want to start with a 3-card oracle spread using the amazing Threads of Fate Rose Gold Edition Oracle deck. And then when I was showering, I received a message that your ruling planet, Pluto, wanted to give you a message. So I have a special deck here for that. Then we're going to do a tarot portion and we'll get deep into the tarot. And then afterwards, I have an array of decks that we can choose from. I have a crystal healing deck, so we could pull a crystal card. I have a special dragon deck. I've got a deck of sacred geometry. I have this amazing Lemurian Star Child Oracle deck. So we'll see what we can get to. Okay, is there anything else? Yeah, if you happen to see this reading a month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, just know that with Oracle and Tarot, we bring in the quantum field. And so the messages, could resonate in the future, time not being so linear as we are working with higher realms and higher dimensions. So all of the decks have been thoroughly cleared, smudged, saged, all of it. They've been, activated with some crystals, and I think we're going to get some really good messages for you, Scorpio. I'm excited to read for you. I do have a North Node in Scorpio, and if any of you do have a North Node in Scorpio, please watch this. The North Node is such an important placement in our natal chart. So, okay, I want to get started. So we're going to start with your 3-card oracle reading, and the 3 cards are going to be your strength. So the first one will be your strength, and that's, what is your biggest strength currently? Is it something that you came into this incarnation with that, was going to be your big ally in aiding you throughout your life's journey here? Or is it something that you've really worked on throughout this life, or is it a combination of both? The second card will represent your heart. So that is like what is coming and emanating from your deepest heart space. And then the third card will be your opportunity. So that will, show where you have the biggest opportunity right now to help propel you towards your highest destiny. Okay, so we're just gonna do a few quick shuffles and then we're gonna get your cards. And I call in the divine with love and light. And I call in the archangels at the 4 corners of the world. I call in Archangel Sandalphon to bring up the crystalline grid from the core of Gaia to help ground the reading. And I call in Archangel Metatron to bring the rainbow bridge and connect us with the Akashic realm, the higher realms, the galactics, the angelics, and the ancestors as well. And I call in the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today. Okay, Scorpio. 3 cards. So coming out from the top, I love this. This is the best card in the whole deck. I'm not even kidding. Your strength has been your soul work. Scorpio, you are the old soul of the zodiac. You really are. Pluto, deep transformation, 8th house. Look at that, the soul work. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Your heart. This came up for Libra yesterday in their opportunity. Your heart, Scorpio, is your versatility, your adaptability, your flexibility. You are fixed water, so it's interesting that this is coming up. because your strength is soul work. Oh my gosh. Amazing start. Your opportunity is to manifest. Look at that. Manifest. Oh my goodness. Now this, I want to say, is... We're going to find out from the book. I don't know if it's a ram, but it is showing, you know, a skull. So interesting with Scorpio that, you know, your own energy would be, you know, from a mammal, and the sort of like the death and rebirth energy and manifesting. So the soul work, I mean, like I said, this is, you know, coming in as a Scorpio into this world and being ruled by Pluto in the 8th house, you know, the house of deep, deep personal transformation, being able to go into the deepest parts of the swamp within yourself. You know, it's shamanic in a sense, and that being your strength. So you've really been doing the work, Scorpio. You've done a lot of work. And I think that, you know, this is even past life stuff here. It shows the bee, because the bee realizes and knows intrinsically that it is part of a larger collective, and that collective, it knows that it, you know, it's a part of it, and it's an integral part of it. And so any of the work that the bee does, it benefits everyone else, and that everyone has their part to do. It's speaking to me of personal responsibility, first and foremost, that you are aware of your own personal responsibility to the collective, to yourself, but to the collective, to the earth, because the bees provide life, right? They pollinate everything. So they're creating life. They're manifestors in that sense. This is so incredible. Your heart. This to me is speaking of an open mind, of not being so rigid. The cannabis leaf, hemp, is one of the most versatile plants, weeds on earth. It really is. It is a gift. It is an ally. It is a medicine. It is a textile. It is for building. It's for making plastics. It's for clothing. You know, it's for food. It's nourishing. The hemp heart is one of the most nourishing forms of protein on the planet, containing almost all of the essential amino acids. CBD oil. I was just saying this in the Libra reading yesterday because this was their opportunity, but this is your heart. This is your heart. And so this would be your plant medicine. This would be your plant medicine. Now, whether or not you partake in cannabis and using the THC portion of it, you could certainly be someone who would benefit, especially when things are difficult within your heart space, from the medicine, from the CBD. But it is speaking to flexibility and versatility. So having that sort of flexibility within your heart space, and like you are fixed water, you're a fixed water sign. You're not mutable, you're not cardinal, you're sort of like, know who you are as a Scorpio from doing all of this soul work. This is so amazing. You've got an animal, you know, of the air. You've got, you know, plant medicine here. And I want to look up this manifest as your, you know, for your opportunity and see what comes out for this. This is just such an exquisite skull, like whatever this is. Okay, so this is going to be an earth because she breaks it into categories. So this one would be, this is fire, you know, and it's interesting, Scorpio, because for me, you are the fire of water. And that's because of, you know, the potent sexual energy that you carry with you. Okay, so your opportunity. This card signals a period of time where your manifestation work would be extra potent. You're potent right now. What have you been working towards? What you have been working towards is on its way to you. If you feel anxious or obsessive, it is time to release it and let the universe work some magic. And this is why I wore this dress today. It was for you, Scorpio, because, you know, it is that ancient knowledge that you bring in, the occult even, magic, all of it. And so I wore this dress for you today, Scorpio. Okay. Anyway, let the universe work some magic. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, when we are working on manifesting, it is important that we do the following. We must be clear on what we want, not what we don't want. We imagine and visualize ourselves experiencing it. This is where your childlike imagination comes in. So this means tapping into the feelings we would have if we did have it. How would you feel if you had the thing that you were working on manifesting? After we have focused on it long enough, we must release it so that it can be manifested. Create the space for it, you know, instead of obsessing over it. So this card is asking you to examine your process. Are you lacking clarity in your desires? Are you sending the universe mixed signals by focusing on what you don't want or what you lack? Are you too focused? Reflect on how you show up for your manifesting practice and make any adjustments that need to be made. Okay, so this is the European bison, or the wisent. That's an amazing name. I've never heard that before. And it's considered a keystone species, which means its entire ecosystem depends on it for stability. That's like emperor energy right there. Everything the bison does, from walking to eating to dying, has a profound impact on its environment. Wherever bison are found, the land, animals, and humans have depended on it as an imperative part of their life. When it comes to abundance and manifesting, the wisent teaches us about the interconnectedness between all things. Kind of like the bee, the soul work that you've been doing, the honeycomb, like being, you know, sacred geometry in itself. That all things are of use. Even the things that go unnoticed have tremendous power. For example, the wisent is critical in pioneer plants taking root simply by the way it rolls in the dirt and sand. If we were to witness the bison rolling in the round, we most likely wouldn't think it is helping plants proliferate. It is the same with much of our work. Tiny things can add up to big results. And I was hearing light work. That if you know, whether you call yourself a light worker or not, these tiny little things that you do within the collective, for the collective, that they really add up. They raise your vibration so much that you start attracting the same thing back to you. I love this, Scorpio. Okay, so I want to do a message from, oh, you know what? I just want to see really quick what she gives a crystal for each of the cards. So pyrite. Okay, that makes sense. You know, pyrite being a stone for manifesting. So if you have some pyrite, Scorpio, maybe wear it, because it also enlivens, you know, the lower chakras. It'll also, you know, stimulate your sexual potency as well, if you feel like you kind of need that. If, you know, with everything that's going on in the world, people, you know, some people are having a little bit of low energy. This is just beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Okay. And also speaking to the versatility within your heart, just that if you are someone, if you're having a lot of anxiety right now because of what's going on, and it feels like a tightness in the chest, I'm hearing breath work, and also, you know, using something like CBD, you know, if you can order some online, or, you know, if one of your medicinal cannabis, marijuana stores is still open, depending on where you live, I think that they are considered essential because it's medicine. Maybe getting yourself some CBD, or if you have some really good indica that you'd like to use, you know, that could be helpful for you as well if you are someone who uses cannabis as medicine. All right, so the deck that I chose for you for this message from Pluto, which this is the first reading that I've ever gotten, the download that I was supposed to pull a card for the ruling planet to speak to its sign. And I'm going to use the Alice the Wonderland deck. And I chose this because with Alice, she goes deep into that rabbit hole. She gets into, you know, the darkest places, and she comes out, you know, transformed. And Pluto is the planet of transformation, and you are a highly transformative energy, you know. So I just wanted to get a card from this deck and see what wants to come through. Okay, Pluto, what is your message? Okay, for Scorpio. Okay. A master number 22. And this actually goes along with the manifesting. So set your course, know where you wish to go, have a plan, the right direction. She's with the Cheshire Cat. I just love that. So yeah, that is going along with like being clear about your intentions, know where you wish to go, set your course, have a plan. During this downtime, there could be a lot of reevaluating what you're going to do, how you're going to, you know, implement your plan when things when the economy reopens again, and what your life is going to look like at that point. And so now is a really good time to sort of really hone in, you know, whether it's through meditation or whether it's through just grounding yourself and really looking in, whether it's actually writing it all out and just really like setting your course, knowing exactly what you want to manifest, you know, exactly what your vision is, like we see in this wizened European bison. Amazing. And then the next one, nonsense. And it says it's time to talk sense. So I'm seeing this Queen of Hearts here, and she has been telling Alice a lot of things. And actually, Alice's adventure in Wonderland, there is a lot of nonsense, right? And I'm hearing like a decoding of all of the stuff, of all of the nonsense. So I think that this is really telling you that you're hearing a lot of nonsense right now, first and foremost. There's just a whole lot of nonsense out there, isn't there? And whatever that looks like for you. But because like this soul work came up for you, I feel like you have such a clear idea of what your own personal truth looks like, that when people are speaking nonsense to you, like, you know. And so maybe it's just reiterating that for you. Pluto wants you to know it's time to talk sense. And so even in your dealings with other people, you know, to really make sure that you're coming from that higher mind, the higher heart space. It's interesting. She's holding the card that she's holding is the Queen of Cups card, which in the tarot, you know, represents water energy, the feminine side of, you know, of the royalty of the cups. So this actually could be you. This actually could be you, Scorpio, like she's holding your card, so to speak. So it's even linked into your own inner knowing, intuition. I think your ruling planet wants you to know the depths of your own wisdom and of your own inner knowing, and to trust it. And if these sort of evil queens are talking in your ear, or you're just turn off the news, you know, if you are someone who likes to have the information and likes to dig deep and go deep, you know, just take everything with a grain of sand. Even this reading. I said to Libra yesterday, you know, never give your power away to a reading, to a reader, to an article, to a video, to anything. You're holding your own card here, so to speak. You are the King of Cups, but for this, you know, it's coming up as the Queen of Cups. So it is like you know, you have the knowledge. You really do. It's saying you've got the knowledge. It's time to talk sense. Maybe this means, you know, just cutting some people off. Boundaries right now. If you are in a space of manifesting, Scorpio, you know, having this nonsense is only going to distract you. So the bigger message is to stay focused. Your planet wants you to stay focused and set your course. Set your course. Look, you know, the Cheshire Cat, this sort of trickster, that's her companion. That's funny, I wore the cat shirt today too. You know, he's part of her soul. He's an aspect of her soul. She doesn't look too happy, but he does. That's that part of your soul that already knows. Set your course. Cut out the nonsense. Okay, so let's get to the tarot. So we're going to put soul work here. And we're going to put your versatility there. We'll put your manifest over here. And we're going to get to the tarot portion. I love this. I am like so in love with your Alice the Wonderland cards right now. And I'm glad that I did that. I'm glad that I pulled that for you. You know, 22 is a master number. It's an angel number. That set the course card is, you know, that's divinely guided for you. There's some kind of course that you're setting right now. Having your plan, the right direction. Okay. Light Seers Tarot. So we're going to start with 3 cards for your past energy, okay? So like I said, they've already been shuffled. So we're going to do 3 cards for Scorpio's past energy. I don't like when my cards fall on the floor. Okay. 3 cards for Scorpio's past energy. I'm just looking at the timestamp. These videos have been going so long, you know, hopefully next month when I get the monthlies out for everybody, the videos are a little more compact because they have been going very long. And my goal is to really get them down to like 45, 55 minutes. So, but it's a special time that we're in right now. And so, you know, I just want to say, I hope that you're well. I hope your loved ones are well. Hope everybody's well. Past energy. Okay. Yeah, this totally makes sense. The 2 of Swords coming out, you know, to lead, where there is a sort of like a block. There is a sort of sense of feeling stuck inside your own head, you know, not knowing which direction to go. Literally, it's like 2 very conflicting beliefs, ideas, and not being able to, you know, take that blindfold off and see clearly. It's where we can't see clearly and we feel like we can't make a decision. Coming out with strength. She's been making quite an appearance lately. And these are your past energies. So you really had to tap into your own strength. And this is about heart chakra right here. Leo, right? The inner child, the heart chakra. It's number 8. So it's sort of like a balancing of the light and the dark that's within us. And it's a sort of like taming of the wild beast, tapping into our deepest inner strength. You can see the lemniscate on her arm, signifying, you know, the infinity, that there's a loop. And a lot of us come here onto this planet, we're reincarnated again, and we're kind of in this loop of our soul's journey. And if we can, and we find ourselves doing the same things over and over and over again in different situations, with different people, in different jobs, in different relationships, but that there's sort of like a repeating theme throughout a lot of it. And the Strength card, you know, is sort of there to help us and guide us to get out of that loop, and finish that lesson, or to be learning the important lessons along the way. So it feels like with this not knowing where to go, not knowing which way to think, which I don't know if it was so much about a literal choice or it was more internal for you. This is feeling more internal, and you really had to tap in. And this could have even been about quieting your own ego a little bit, you know, really tapping into that heart space, the inner child. What would your inner child want you to do? What does my inner child need to feel safe and secure? But that this is indicating that there was a choice, that there was a decision, that there was, like I said, like 2 very conflicting ideas, beliefs, thoughts, even being able to communicate that. because swords are air, it's mental energy. So it's also about being able to communicate. Throat chakra. So we've got the throat chakra and the heart chakra here. And today, if you can hear the sort of low music in the background, I did a solfeggio frequency. I did the 528 hertz for you, and that's about heart chakra. So just calming, opening up the heart chakra, clearing any blockages, because the Two of Swords is a block. So you're removing through some sort of a blockage. And I think it was really surrounding your business, surrounding your stability, surrounding, you know, the things in the physical, root chakra here, because the King of Pentacles, he is the self-made man. He's the entrepreneur. He's reliable. He's a man of his word. You know, he worked really, really hard to achieve this king status that he's at, and that was doing the work in the physical. So he has a very brilliant mind, and he's capable of planning, setting the course, committing to it. This is a man of commitment. And he knows that it was protected. You see that dog there? That's like his spirit animal. And he's very comfortable and he's very relaxed, sitting in his library or his den, you know, and it's nice and warm around him and safe. This is about stability and safety. So for me, this feels like, you know, it really could have to do with your own personal, and this has been coming up in all the April readings, just things surrounding our root chakra and our sense of safety and our sense of security, our business, our home, feeding our families. Like, so a lot of these energies, this past energy is more of a recent past, where I feel like in other readings, when we do a past energy, it could have been last year. And so depending on, you know, where you're at right now in your own process, you know, it could be speaking to literally last week, you know, and that it's something, we'll see if it carries over or not, but that it's something that you still may be moving through. And it's really taking a lot of strength. But again, you know, with this being connected into the heart space and the sun, you know, and the sun energy in the heart, and in your heart was versatility and your adaptability and your flexibility, right? And so the King of Pentacles, he's made mistakes, you know. I mean, they say everything he touches turns to gold, but that doesn't mean that he didn't make mistakes. That doesn't mean that he did it right every single time. You know what I mean? It's a repetitiveness. Again, it's that lemniscate of doing it over and over and over again until it's perfected and you can exit that loop. Maybe get onto another loop, you know. Or just exit the loop altogether. So, okay, so past energies, that's what's coming up for your past energy, Scorpio. So let's get some future energy for you and see where you're at. I'm sorry, not future, present energy for Scorpio. And we'll do 3 cards again. If we need clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers for sure. So we'll see how that's resonating. And really this month, it's almost like I could have done one reading and just done a giant collective reading for everybody, because the energies of the collective, again, that soul work, that collective soul, the oversoul, you know, a lot of us are moving through very similar energies, you know. It's different in the details, but overall, it's been such a similar energy and message. The messages have been very similar for everybody, just sort of told in a different way through, you know, through different cards. So, all right. So here we go. Future, present energy. What is the current energy for Scorpio? 3 cards, please. What is the current energy for my dear Scorpio sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node? 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups. Wow. 3 of Pentacles. I'm telling you, I'm just going to turn the camera off because these messages are so similar. Underneath the 2 of Swords, we've got the 9 of Swords. That's why I said, let's see if this energy carries over. You know, there is some worry. And these are 2 cards where she can't see. Here, you know, she's covering her face at this point. She took the blindfold off. She wanted to see. And then she just covered her eyes right back up with her hands. More thoughts came in, more worry, more. You know, this is the night. This is the night. And it can be keeping you up at night. So you might not be sleeping a whole lot, or if you are, you're awake a lot at night. Could be becoming more of a night owl right now. Because there's not as much to do during the day as far as your errands, your job. If you're an essential worker and you're out there working, you know, yeah, you may be kept up at night because you're really seeing what's out there firsthand. So there is a lot of worry and concern, rightfully so. But there's still the wish. Hope is alive. That's your versatility in your heart. This is the Cups energy coming out. This is your heart energy. This is your wish. This is your emotional trophy case, Scorpio. These 9 cups, it's your emotional intelligence. Each of those cups is, you know, an emotional gift that you have to give to the world. She's surrounded by gold and light. There's a treasure chest down there, and she's sort of taken these cups out of the chest and she's giving them back to the world, to the universe. I love this 9 of Cups so much. So there is a wish. There's still hope coming out under the strength. This is all heart. This is all heart. It's like, here's the mind, the night, and here's the heart. And I'm telling you, I might as well just do one video next month for everybody. Here's the fire, here's the heart, here's the emotion, here's the dream, here's the wish. It's still very much alive. And the other card that keeps coming out underneath the King of Pentacles, your current energy is wanting to collaborate with people, wanting to work with people. And now I'm sort of, because the message keeps repeating, I'm getting more messages about this. Self-isolation. Some of us, some of you have your family, you've got your friends around you, your children, your partner, and there is a level of working together and doing things, hobbies, crafting, cooking, reading, creating, laughing, arguing, fighting, getting on each other's nerves, all of that, the good, the bad, the ugly, it's family. And for others, compounded on that is this, I want to work with people. Oh, I can't wait. You know, this person, now I've seen their gift come through online. I didn't know that they were so good at that. I want to work with that person. I want to collab with that person. I want to create with that person. It's a whole new world that we're moving into, coming out under the King of Pentacles, that the way forward is together. The way forward is together. Now, Scorpio, I know for some of you, if you carry that true Scorpio energy, a lot of your process can be somewhat solitary because of the level of intelligence that you carry with you innately, because of this soul work, your old soul, that there are very few people that you trust to do this with. But if you are watching this and you feel that that energy is shifting, not that you're just gonna, go out there and be like, who wants to come join my team? You're just taking anybody. But that the desire to collaborate with people more creatively, whatever your creativity looks like, is becoming heightened. So let me know how that feels for you. But there is this level of, we're not going to do this alone anymore. And maybe that's part of this new 2020 vision. This new 2020 vision, that we are really understanding the connectedness between everything. Like this wizened European bison, how he doesn't even know He's rolling around in the ground, and it's actually invigorating the earth below it to grow things, to nourish the earth and let the earth grow even more. He doesn't even realize, you know, but we're conscious of that. And somewhere within these large mammals, there is a conscious awareness of that, I feel. It's like a program in their DNA. So anyway, yeah, this is beautiful so far. Even though this is happening, maybe that's where, you know, your plant medicine comes in, Scorpio. Whatever that looks like for you. I don't mean like if you've never, you know, been if you're not, you know, a cannabis user, well, maybe you do want to start now. Whatever that looks like for you is what I'm saying. Whatever you have to do, you know, to not just to deal with this, but to transcend this would be great for you right now through nourishing the body, nourishing your physical vessel, get some sunshine. If you're stuck in the house, open those windows, let the air in. I was telling another sign the other day, and we're going to do a sacred geometry card pull for sure. Because I feel like that helps with focus, sacred geometry, color therapy. If you're someone who doesn't have a lot of color in your home, but you've got a printer and a computer, start printing out pictures of flowers, of sacred geometry, and just hang them up to stimulate your pineal gland, to stimulate the chakras, open them so that you can kind of work through this. Breath work, meditation, guided meditations, that kind of thing. But the heart, your heart's so powerful right now. Like this heart energy, it's so powerful. Okay, what is coming towards Scorpio? What's coming towards Scorpio? Like 3 cards for your future energy. What's coming towards Scorpio? So we're going to do 3 cards for what's coming towards Scorpio. The weather's starting to warm up for everyone, you know, so hopefully you've got a backyard or you're in a neighborhood where you can walk around, get outside. Future energy for Scorpio. 5 of Wands, the Tower, and the 5 of Swords. All right, we're going to need to clarify this. This is some hard energy. This is some hard energy. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords. Okay, so that's giving me a little bit more of a clue as to what's going on. 2 5s and the Tower. Change. First and foremost, 2 5s and a Tower. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. This is a totally new truth. This card is so amazing. It shows the ammonite, like her head, her crown. She's literally like wearing an ammonite on her head. So it's showing that this is a higher level truth. And that's what an ammonite looks like. This ancient fossil that holds like memory of ancient times, of all of the sort of, all of the things that have happened inside of the earth through its evolution, that this, you know, and it's sacred geometry again, the spiral, you know, it's a very powerful energy that this fossil carries with it, as all fossils do. You're gonna come out with a totally new truth, whether it's 2 weeks from now, a month from now, 3 months from now. And that's going to bring in change for you. This Tower card, for me, as a reader, is the card of liberation. People are so afraid of this card, but this is one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. Why? Because it frees us from the devil. It frees us from the devil. It's coming out under your strength and your 9 of Cups. The wish, the dream, the heart space. And that because your heart is so versatile is so versatile, Scorpio, that whatever this Tower moment is for you, it's going to free you from something. This could be, now, because it's coming out around other people and yourself. So 2 5s adding up to a 10, which signifies the wheel of fortune. Again, a card of movement and change, but also blessings. But that those blessings came through a little bit of drama and perhaps even endings of things. This is a powerful energy. The Tower is obliterating these two energies, okay? The Tower is obliterating these two. It's almost like how the Sun comes in and the Sun card can just obliterate any of the lower energies. The Tower does that too. But the difference is that the Tower comes in often, depending on your vibration, when we kind of don't want to do it ourselves. Like, there's this sort of thing that's binding us, that's holding us hostage, that's keeping us imprisoned, other people, a job, a living situation, a relationship, our own internal world. This could be an internal Tower, doesn't have to manifest in your physical world. It comes in suddenly. It's lightning, it's Uranian, that Uranus energy of revolution, quick, right? And shit crumbles, for lack of a better word. It crumbles. But in this deck, see that little squirrel? He's so cute. He's like, what the hell happened to my tree? I used to live in that. And there's butterflies, transformation. This energy is, it's drama. It's like other people. It's the least serious of the 5 cards, you know, but it's like people, just look at them. They're climbing on top of each other to acquire, to win that flame, that passion, whatever that is, that flame. It's, you know, it's very masculine, and they're just climbing on top of each other. Like, they'll do anything to get up there. You know, they'll step on each other, really. And this one, this guy, what did he say to that guy to make him just like give up and walk away on him? There's even blood spilled there. You know, what happens here? So this is speaking to me, you know, what, like I said, whether this is internal, your own inner battle, your own need to always be the best, to win, win, achieve, whatever that looks like for you, or the people in your environment that you're feeling like you're around this energy all the time with other people. Something's going to come in to change that. There's going to be some change. And that's why that Ace of Swords came out as a totally new truth. This card is huge for me. This is an awakening for me, actually. It's a new way to communicate. It's a new way of thinking. It's going to guide you. It's going to guide you, you know. Amazing. Amazing. So we could still go back and get some clarifiers if we need to. But for now, I want to do 3 more cards. We're going to do, what is the current blockage? What's the current blockage for Scorpio? What is the current blockage for Scorpio? Wow, that Tower. And I want to say something else about this Tower real quick. So we talked about the squirrel, right? Because that was his home. But you see those acorns? The seed is still there. And this squirrel, or if a person comes along, can take that acorn, replant it, and grow a whole nother tree. This Tower falls because it absolutely has to. It frees us from the devil. And what comes after the Tower is the Star. Healing, renewed hope, Finding your North Star, your true North Star, your direction, like we were talking about, like Alice said, set your course, know where you wish to go, have a plan, the right direction. The Tower's coming down to free you from these 2 5s, which when you add it up equals a 10, Wheel of Fortune, that it's a blessing. This Tower is coming in to bless you. Perhaps because you are a fixed sign. The heart of your reading right now is this 9 of Cups, this wish fulfillment, the dream, the emotional happiness. And so it seems like, you know, this treasure chest here, what you do have is so precious that there could be a certain stubbornness to let go of something right now. A limiting belief, a person, a situation, a job, like whatever that looks like for you. Okay, what is the current blockage for Scorpio? And then we're gonna do, what do you need to release? And then what is the way forward? Current blockage for Scorpio, current blockage for Scorpio. Knight of Cups. He came out in another reading too, with the 7 of Cups at the bottom. He is, okay, if you're coming out as this sort of King of Pentacles, if that's your energy, your grounding energy, anyone that's going to come at you as a knight may not be so reliable. So if you are dealing with people who are not totally reliable, they're flaky, they talk a big game, they woo you with their charm, this doesn't have to be romantic, but they're not following through, then they are a distraction and they're blocking you from setting your course. Maybe that's the nonsense. He could be the nonsense, or she. It's not gender specific. Okay, rose-colored glasses. Again, more water energy. More water energy here. Being blocked by a distraction. I'm seeing him as a distraction, and he can cause a little drama too. Can be a little bit dramatic. So if you have that person in your life, it's not that they're bad people. I think there's really good intention there. I mean, look at him. He's got good intentions. He's so cute too, but he's got good intentions. He, you know, he planned this day. He bought the flowers and he planned this lovely picnic, and his white horse signifies, you know, a sense of purity. But you are very serious here, Scorpio. You're coming up very serious as a king, as a lion, with this grand wish. Heart on, heart open to your path forward. That if something is flaky or causing drama, you know, you might have to set a boundary with that. Set your course and no nonsense. I'm really glad we did the Pluto card pull. I think that was so fun. I might start doing that for the other signs. Okay, what do you need to release, Scorpio? I'm checking the timestamp. What do you need to release, Scorpio, my dear Scorpios? Two of Pentacles. This came up in the Libra reading yesterday for the blockage. So the Two of Pentacles is so special in this deck. Okay, this 7 of Cups keeps coming up at the bottom of the deck. This is the second time. This is having options, having choices. It's Neptune. It's confusing. It's Pisces. It's like everything's not clear. It's the trickster energy in a sense. There's all these cups. They each have a different outcome underneath them, gift underneath them. And he doesn't know which one to pick, and he can't see what's under them. So you may really have a lot of options right now. Options in romance, options in creative pursuits, options within even what your career is going to look like. You could be, you know, having new offers come to you and you're not really sure what to do. The Two of Pentacles is coming in to say, you've been balancing, you've been doing a juggling act. There's multiple things in your life that are taking up space, taking up energy, taking up time. And again, that figure 8 coming in, and I said this to Libra yesterday, the lemniscate that connects these two, because in the traditional tarot, you know, the 2 of Pentacles, he's holding them in an infinity, like he's been doing this forever. So it's another one of those repeating lessons. Even if it's not the same 2 things that have always been there, it feels like it might as well be. And it's about exiting that loop again, that you've been juggling this. And so I've been sort of interpreting this lately as our opportunity to take the thing that is the most in alignment with our destiny, with our soul, which you clearly have awareness of who you are at a soul level, and pick the ones that are the most high vibrational. It doesn't mean you're fixated or obsessed over one specific thing, but it means that you're dropping the heavier things, dropping them, the things that weigh you down. It's coming out under the tower. So you need to release the things that are weighing you down, that are dead weight, and move to the higher vibrational thing, people, situations, whatever that looks like. And maybe this tower doesn't have to fall. And so, about the future energies, we live in a free will zone. This whole dimension, this whole plane of existence that we live on is based on free will. I don't even love doing the future energies because it's not written. I'm not a fortune teller. You know, I'm not going to tell you if your boyfriend's going to cheat on you or if you're going to win the lottery. That's not what I do. I work with the energies that allow me to, from a place of love and light, to tell you what energies are available to you. And I ask Spirit and the guides to bring in the information that will help you the most. So with this coming up is what you need to release under the tower. If you don't release something, then maybe that's when the tower comes in, like that. But if you do it yourself, if you release one of these yourself, then it could be a sort of less abrupt situation. Okay, so that's why I don't even need to get a clarifier, although we could if we feel like we want to. Okay, what is the way forward? What is the way forward for my dear Scorpio? I love you guys. I have such an affinity for Scorpios. I've had Scorpio friends my whole life. My ex-husband was a Scorpio. I've had, you know, many Scorpio boyfriends, girlfriends, and like I said, my North Node is in Scorpio. So I have an affinity for you. It is part of my life's path and my destiny to get into that Scorpionic energy as a Sag. And I'm like a 2-degree Sag or a 4-degree Sag. I'm you know, late November. So I get your energy. I understand it at its low vibration and its high vibration. Okay. The way forward. Well, it felt, should we take this jumper? Yeah, let's take the jumper. Page of Pentacles. Fresh, new, young, not so weighed down. It's interesting that the way forward is the Page of Pentacles and you came out as a king. It's not saying to go backwards, Scorpio. It's just saying that you've achieved a certain level of mastery, even if you don't feel it. Even if you're like, I'm living in a studio apartment right now. What do you mean I'm a king? That doesn't determine your value. He knows his worth. This is saying you know your worth. And some of you may have that worth in the form of a bank account as well. Some of you may not, but you still know your worth. That's your soul work that you did. That soul work. And so the way forward is to kind of like feel the energy of the page a little bit. How does this page make you feel? He's out in nature. You know, he's in his home with his dog. He's got his beautiful white hair and beard. But then the page comes in, fresh and new, kind of doing the tree pose, holding that beautiful mandala of a pentacle, eyes closed. She's beautiful. It's a girl. She's just beautiful, standing in the center of another mandala, in the woods, in the forest, manifesting the way forward. Get into the fresh energy. Coming out under this Five of Swords. The people, the situations, the internal dialogue that's been weighing you down, the mental body. I think you need a mental body clearing, to be honest. I think your heart's pretty good. I think it's more of a mental energy that you have the opportunity to work through. Yeah, look at that energy of the page. She's so beautiful. So it's about like renewed sense of self. A renewed sense of self, being a little bit more free. You know, she's a pentacle, so she's still grounded and has a plan. You know, this could be a totally new place to live, new job, Page of Pentacles. You know, they're messengers too. This could be someone younger coming into your life who really wants something good with you. A business partnership, a relationship, your kid, you have a teenager, you know, something like that. Maybe listening to their ideas. If you are someone who has children and they're of an age where they can speak, basically, if not, maybe you talk to them telepathically. This message came out a couple of months ago and I'm hearing it again. We are ushering in a new paradigm on Earth. We are multidimensional beings and we are sending both our body, our planet, our solar system to a higher state of awareness and consciousness. The children really are the future. It's not just a song. If you have children in your life, talk to them and ask them what their dreams are, what their visions are. Even the youth, the kids in their early 20s, the teenagers, the 10-year-olds, the 7-year-olds, the 4-year-olds, the 3-year-olds, the 2-year-olds. Ask them for whatever is going on in your life. Maybe they're a part of that plan. They have vision. They do. And that was just a message that I got, but I think you get the point. This has been beautiful. I hope that this resonates for everyone. Let's see, what deck should we do for you, Scorpio? I want to do a Sacred Geometry card for you. This is the Sacred Geometry of Relationships by Lon. L-O-N is her name. They've already been pre-shuffled. So, one card for my dear Scorpio. Please, one card for Scorpio. Strength. Okay, so this is a time that you are really, really calling on your own strength. The frequency of strength supports our ability to harmonize all our qualities and skills toward a strong and balanced way of being. Strength adds up to an 11, a master number, an angel number, Metatron's number, twin flame number. Balance and harmonizing. That is just amazing. Should we read real fast? And then we'll pull a couple more cards. Wow, you guys, strength coming out twice. I am strong. You are Scorpio. That's why you're a scorpion, right? That's why that's your animal totem. Strength is a state of withstanding great force or pressure, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. When applied to a human being in old energy, that's you, Scorpio, strength usually refers to someone who is physically fit and energetic, emotionally and mentally stable, even-tempered, and resilient. Traditionally, strength has most often been associated with attributes that we assign to the masculine. One that is strong, directed, action-oriented, balanced, and logical. Qualities like sensitivity, gentleness, and softness were almost exclusively applied to the feminine. Well, isn't that true? And this is part of the paradigm shift. And they were considered signs of weakness. Now that we see a new masculine and a new feminine emerging, we have to shift our understanding to a new expression of strength as well. one that is an inclusive blend of what we used to consider exclusive masculine and exclusive feminine qualities. Our strength comes from a balance among many attributes and qualities, deriving from the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual realms. That's really beautiful. Wow. Okay. Here we see human shapes with their arms over their heads, showing us the strength of community, kind of like the bees. Because we are all connected to the same source, we can overcome any perceived differences and combine our strength for a more conscious reality. This is interesting. The star shape can be used as a Japanese throwing star or shuriken, a precise and powerful weapon indicating the strength of conviction that is sometimes necessary to blast our way through old ways of thinking. And that's this energy, blasting our way through old ways of thinking, right? Wow. Okay. The dark blue background forms a foundation of benevolence, grace, compassion, wisdom, and integrity. The color orange refers to our creative power to manifest the world of our senses and our connection to others. Yellow being associated with the self, our seat of our personal power. It refers to our personality and our ego. Green at the center refers to our capacity to love and live our life with an open heart, while the bright blue refers to our capacity to express ourselves and communicate clearly. That was that Ace of Swords. All right, the number 6. Well, that's not a number 6. Interesting. She's saying number 6. That's not a number 6. Okay, anyway. So, strength coming out twice for you, Scorpio. Twice for you. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I felt dragon energy for you, Scorpio. So we're going to do a Dragon Oracle card by Diana Cooper. And again, we'll just give it one quick shuffle. You know, I felt like with Pluto and transformation, transmutation, you know, the underworld, just a dragon, a particular dragon that maybe you can kind of call on to help you transmute some of the lower energies. Like I said, I'm feeling like mostly you need a little bit of a clearing in the mental body with the 2 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords. And a lot of this just could be like other people's projections onto you, words with other people, but at the same time, it's speaking to me about, you know, about self and personal empowerment, and taking ownership of that. So, dragon energy for Scorpio. Beautiful. So more of this dark blue coming in, like connection into the cosmos, the dark blue that was in this strength card, you know, as the main color here. The dark blue galactic dragon helps you listen to the voice of the universe. Ignite the codes of your master blueprint. DNA, your DNA, like your master blueprint. The codes that are in there of your multidimensional self. Access cosmic wisdom and enter higher service. You are being called into higher service in this lifetime, for sure. If you're coming in as someone who's done the soul work. This is a deeply spiritual card, deeply spiritual. I hope that you really can feel that and understand that as your strength, this is coming up. You know, so that you are really being called in this lifetime into higher service. And, you know, you do have Pentacles energy here, things in the physical, but not so much as the other signs. With the other signs, there was a lot more like red energy, Pentacles energy. With you, not as much. Well, you had 3 cards, but anyway, You know, this lifetime is pivotal for you, as it is for so many, but especially you, Scorpio. And so this is saying to ignite the codes of your master blueprint. So this is like your ascension energy. This is activating your light body, upgrading your DNA, you know, really, really manifesting that. Maybe for some of you, this is about the ascension process, and that you are sort of like manifesting that right now, knowing that if you do that, the physical world will follow. As within, so without. If you get right inside, clear up some of this mental energy, you know, make a few adjustments to maybe some of the people, set some boundaries, whatever that looks like for you. But if you get right inside, then the outside is going to reflect that. Look at this incredible dragon for you. Maybe get out into the night sky. Do some stargazing if you can. If that's not possible, maybe like put it on your computer at night, just like a video of the night sky. Connect into the cosmos. Connect to the night, Scorpio. Connect to that energy of the darkness and the void. That's where we create from, the void. Connect into that. Stargazing, star bathing, star meditations. Let the information just come in during your dream time too. I pulled out Numite today before. I don't know if you can see that. So working with some stones like this, any of the blue stones, lapis, blue sodalite, K2 I'm hearing for you, even blue quartz, and then a stone like a Numite or a Merlinite even. Getting into that, into the magic, Scorpio. Use this time. Okay. We're gonna do The Secret Language of Light by Denise Jarvie. It gave me a really nice card for Libra yesterday, so let's see. What say you for Scorpio? Oh, I just saw a flash of blue too. I just saw the flash of blue, royal blue, dark midnight blue. It was a beautiful blue. Okay. Watch the Libra video if you get a chance. This came out for Libra yesterday too. Yes, we're all having an awakening. Now, some of you are like, I'm woke. Okay, I get it. You're watching this video. I get that you're woke. It's deeper. Like I said, this whole thing is asking us to go deeper. This could be physical body awakening. Like I was saying, like where, you know, where the DNA is really upgrading, where your crystalline body is coming on, where your extrasensory gifts are coming in, where there are gifts that you're like, I kind of always knew I could do it, but you know, the pineal gland's really activating. You're having telepathy with people. Your dreams are more like visions. Maybe you're starting to do astral projecting, like whatever, again, whatever that looks like for you. An awakening to latent gifts. Even if you're like, okay, I'm a little more down to earth. I'm not, you know, into that whole ascension energy thing, fine. But maybe you're feeling an awakening of your creative gifts. Maybe you're writing poetry. You've never written poetry before. Maybe you picked up a pad and a pen and you're starting to sketch and you're like, I never knew I could do that. Maybe you're going to start writing a book. Like this is this golden light. So you've got like this light of the night, this light of the cosmos coming in for you. And then you've got this golden, like Christed light, I want to say. You've got the night and the light that are both coming in for you, this awakening. We are in an awakening, you know, and this could also speak to being there for others who are awakening, Scorpio. You can be a great friend. You can be some of the most trustworthy people in the world, in the zodiac. Very steady, very reliable when you're in your highest vibration. So maybe you're helping other people through their awakening too. And in that, you're going to awaken more. So this isn't like necessarily a first awakening. It's a remembering. It's a remembering. And this came out for Libra yesterday. Okay, so I have a really special deck that I pulled just for you, Scorpio. This is by a couple in Glastonbury, and this is the Lemurian Star Child's Oracle. This deck is fabulous, and it's so high level. It has 10 categories for the new paradigm, and you can see how they've broken them up here. And since you are the eldest of the water, well, you're not the eldest of the water signs, I'm sorry. You are the, well, Pisces would be, right? Okay, anyway. You may feel as though you have a link, not only to the ocean, to the waters, to sea life, but that you have a more ancient link into Lemuria, Atlantis, even on other worlds, okay? So I'm gonna get you a card from this deck. It's so high level, it's so beautiful. I've been working with it a lot. That being said, it is so high level that it's going to take me several years to really integrate all of this, the energy from this deck, because they're also activators. You can use them to meditate. So, all right. I feel really excited for you. I'm not saying that this is all going to be so easy peasy. There's going to definitely be some challenges, and I'm feeling it too because of my North Node in Scorpio. It's like I feel it in my solar plexus, actually. That's where I'm feeling this whole reading is in my solar plexus, which is interesting. Okay. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. Here's the Lion coming in again, linking back to strength. Super purple, holy cow. Peace beyond survival. Peacemaker, and this is a number 11. Again, the Metatron number coming up, the twin flame energy coming up, angel numbers. Peacemaker through inner peace, resolving ancient splits, the lion and the lamb. You see how the messages repeat? You know, that's how you really know that the message is important and that it wants to come through. And this is about having peace beyond your own survival. Having a roof over your head, being able to feed yourself, being able to pay your bills, you know, your car, make sure your car is up and running, like whatever that survival looks like for you, like achieving a level of inner peace beyond that. There's the lion and the lamb. There's the lion and the lamb. And so this category that it comes up under is depth. Number 11, it's the last card in the category of depth. Okay. And that is, you know, this downward triangle is the divine feminine energy. The upward triangle, divine masculine. Page 145. Peacemaker through inner peace, resolving ancient splits. That's really interesting. The lion and the lamb. You guys, to the analytical mind, the lion and the lamb coming together is beyond reason. It is a miracle. However, seeing with the eyes of my true self, the union of the lion and the lamb is only a natural consequence, the next step of evolution in consciousness. Your family of light invites you to an attunement of unlimited possibility to answer deep questions you may have. Can the lion and the lamb sit down together? Can I be completely at peace with my emotions without any need for defense or protection? Even when I feel deep wounds? Can I feel the power and courageousness of my heart, unimpaired by any victimhood and unaffected by any negativity of others? That's that 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords. Yes, say your guides of light. but the linear mind might have some objections. Am I not too wounded to find peace to open my heart? What if the lion becomes hungry or the lamb becomes afraid? Miracles can happen, Lemurian star child. Just open your heart to the possibility. Lemurian guides tell you of the great power of raising your own vibration. Predators can become like pets or even plant eaters because their body chemistry can change in lighter vibrations. The Lemurian vibration, which goes beyond the survival paradigm, beyond feeding on another, is coming back to the new earth. We're just going to leave it at that. I don't want to go too long. If you're interested in knowing more about this card, if you've watched thus far, send me a message and maybe I'll just like type it out or take a picture of it and then I can inbox it back to you. I just don't want to, you know, lose everybody. I mean, they're you know, if you've watched this long, thank you. But if you are interested in this deck or in this card a little bit more, just let me know. The creators of this, the Lemurian Star Child Oracle, they have an Instagram page and a Facebook page. They go live a lot. They do live readings. They post like every single day. They're very interactive. It's a couple. They're amazing. Leanne Carpenter and Michael Kroon. Michael, I want to say. So love them. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for this such high level deck. And then, okay, one more card. I hope you don't mind. Because like, you know, we didn't really talk too much about crystals. I just want to get you a really quick crystal card. This is the Crystal Ally Oracle deck, Evolution Edition. And this is by a local Sedona author. There's a lot of cards here and they're all just various crystal cards. So let's just get you one card, Scorpio, and see what crystal healing wants to come through for you. And it is almost 6 o'clock here, my dinner time. Okay, well, that's cool. I mean, it's not, okay, so we're just gonna take both of these. Oh, wow. Wow, okay, so we were kind of talking about the lapis and the sodalite, so two cards that were on the bottom of the deck, sodalite and azurite, both of them for inner vision, creativity, pineal gland stimulation. I'm just really feeling this blue energy for you guys because I think that part of the awakening, as I said to Libra yesterday, is about the third eye and the crown chakra too, but particularly third eye activation, seeing beyond the veil, inner knowing, you know, just all of that. But what came out for you was Earth. So in this deck, there are 5 cards that are not crystals. So in this 88 card deck, 1 of 5 is not a crystal and you got one of them. So there's like the earth, the water, the air, and the fire. And then there's, I think, storm. Earth. So it's just speaking about, you know, how important it is for us to stay grounded during this time, during this awakening, that we still stay anchored, grounded, not anchored so much that you can't, you know, raise consciousness, but that we do things to make ourselves feel safe and secure and nourished within our own body. I'm hearing take care of your body. Speaking of which, I'm going to have a sip. Fresh orange juice. Okay. Yeah, get out into nature if you can. Sunshine. Put your feet in the earth. Take your, you know, take your shoes off. Take your socks off. Get your feet in the ground. Earth yourself. The earth wants to connect with all of us right now. She's in such a high vibration right now. I don't know if any of you have noticed that the earth is really in a high vibration right now. Like she always is, but I just feel just this energy from her. Like she wants to commune with us so much and she wants to reassure us that this is all part of the plan. Even part of her plan, Gaia, you know. And then the other card at the bottom of the deck was Celestite. So that's also, I love that this came out for you because this is also about connecting with the angels, connecting with higher realms. And I think it's saying that you're going to do that, you know, through this earth energy, that it doesn't have to be super metaphysical for you, Scorpio. If you are someone who is a little bit more down to earth and like maybe these messages have been a little woo-woo for you, coming from a grounded place is going to help you connect into higher realms. Like when we were talking about meditation, breath work, those kinds of things, that could really be just a walk out in nature, spending time in nature, spending time under the sun, working in your garden, planting, you know, planting your spring seeds, like whatever that is for you, that's what's going to help you connect in with the higher realms. It's also telling me that your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, you know, they are with you. They are with you. They're there with you. You know, there is support, major support for you. Major support. Celestite's a really pretty stone. I actually don't have any, but look at this beautiful angel. I swear, an angel makes an appearance in every single one of my readings, even if I don't pull any angel cards. An angel always comes into my readings, and that's because, you know, like attracts like. And that's the other message that I got today. This morning was just about turning on your light so much that other great lights are attracted to you. And that's something that Kyle Gray talks about. He creates a lot of the angel oracle decks, and he's sort of like the angel whisperer, is that your great light attracts other great lights. So the more your light's turned on, the more those other great lights will come towards you. And I'm starting to, my throat chakra's tired today. So I love you so much, Scorpio. I will see you guys in May, and I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I wish you nothing but the best, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.